Everybody talks about sequence of returns risk all the time, which is something that Dave Ramsey completely ignores, doesn't give any merit to whatsoever, when he's just saying, oh, you can take 8% out. The market, a good mutual fund will make 12% per year, and you can take out 8% with no problem. Let's talk about the sequence of returns risk and what that is for our listeners, and why what he is saying is completely untrue.
Yeah, so the problem is, 8%, if you could have a guarantee that your money grew at 12%. 8% obviously is not a problem, because you're never ever going to dig into your principal. You build in a little inflation buffer, as Dave Ramsey says, and it will keep laying those golden eggs year over year over year. The problem is we know that that's not how the stock market works in the real world. There is a cost of admission to be in the stock market game, and that's you got to be willing to endure some volatility along the way. And so the problem is if you experience a series of down years in the first 10 years of retirement, while you're taking those 8% distribution rates, what happens is it can send your portfolio into a death spiral from which it never recovers. And in my book, Tax-Free Income for Life, I actually have a chart that shows that if you had retired in the year 2000, and we know that there was three straight down years, 2000, 2001, 2002, and you were taking that 10% withdrawal rate, you would actually, so page 27, you'd actually run out of money in 8 years, okay? So this is not laying golden eggs in perpetuity like Dave Ramsey says. You actually run out of money in 8 years. If you take an 8% withdrawal rate, you would have run out of money in 11 years. So the real world does not jive with what Dave Ramsey says from the comfort of his YouTube studio. The real world experience is completely different than what Dave Ramsey is predicting you are likely to encounter in retirement.
If you take distributions while experiencing losses, while paying a fee on your accounts, while paying taxes on the distributions, those four things will wipe you out in retirement, especially if you start off your retirement at the beginning of the bear market. What if you retired on December the 31st of 2021? And your very first year in retirement, everything was left in a brokerage account, and the market goes down 20% in year one, and you took distributions and experienced 20% plus in losses. If you had bonds in there, you might have had up to 30% losses in that year, and paid fees and paid taxes because that all came out of a 401k or an IRA. Well, you're in trouble. Even though the market rebounded back and came back beautifully in 23 and 24, science says you're going to struggle when it starts off that way. And what happens if that lasts for 18 months or 2 years like it often does? Hey, thanks for watching today. And while we're on the topic, if you'd like to watch the full interview, just click right here.